Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dan's album analysis and rating. Today, I've got Kiss Animalize, which comes suggested by at the Mind's Eye CMH. So, thank you for the suggestion. Kiss Animalize, recommended by at the Mind's Eye CMH. Before we start off, if you would like for me to do a album analysis and rating, just write it in the comments. I've got over 1,500 albums, so I'm sure I got some good stuff. Also, you can follow my Instagram below. It'll give you an idea of what albums I have, since I post one vinyl of the day every day for the last, I don't even know how many years anymore. 5, 6 maybe. So there you go. So today we will be talking about Kiss Animalize. Now, first things first, this is on Mercury, the label, from 1984, and produced by Paul Stanley, associate producer by Gene Simmons, but let's use that very anyway. Well, it's also Polygram Records, Mercury, whatever. Just depends the area you're in, which, Mercury. This is so confusing, these record labels sometimes. But anyway, thank you at the Mind's Eye CMH for the suggestion. Now, before I start off, we've got Paul Stanley on vocals and guitars, Gene Simmons on vocals and bass, Eric Carr on drums and background vocals, and newcomer Mark St. John on lead guitar. It'll be the only album he does with Kiss. Did not even do a full tour, like handful of shows because something with his hand. But rest in peace, Mark St. John. Now, having said this, I was a little hesitant at first when I got the the title of Kiss Animalize, because this is actually one of my, before I say that, I like everything Kiss has done. It's my favorite band, so I like everything they've done. Some I like a lot better than others. This is actually probably one of my least favorites of Kiss, and I'll explain myself why. The big thing is 9 songs only. It's camouflaged by a really, really big single they had at the time. And the Gene Simmons songs are just not, to me, this is probably his worst songs that he's ever done on an album. And we'll go, and again, there's still some parts, again, Kiss for me is very hard to dislike since it's my favorite band, but there are songs that just do nothing for me, while others do lots more, obviously, there. So, let's go song by song, and after that I will do a total. You can see I get dressed up with my nice old shirt here. Jesus Christ, Dan. All right. Now, first song, I've Had Enough, and in brackets, Into the Fire. Wow. Talk about a banger of a first song for an album. That really, of all these 9 songs on this album, this easily is the best opening. Like, they chose the opening track really well for this year. It's borderline heavy, lots of million guitar notes, as Gene does a lot like there. Sounds like a million bees, I guess, there. Yeah, it's one of the most talented albums that they've made, especially with the lead guitar. Did he fit? We'll never know, I guess. There, only one album there, but that first track is a friggin' real banger. One of the heavier ones. I mean, when you hear it, you'll know what I mean there. It's not heavy, but it's heavy for some Kiss. There's a lot more heavier stuff out there. But yeah, as an opening track there, I've Had Enough, Into the Fire gets a 10 out of 10 for me for that. Next up, the famous single, Heaven's on Fire. that somehow catapults this to a very good album because it has Heavens on Fire. Heavens on Fire is a good song. It's a little too simple. I'm a little tired of hearing it there. It's a great song. I'm just tired of hearing it, but it worked for them at the time. I remember, man, I was in grade 7. Actually, you know what? I'm going to side note tangent here. There is some good stuff, good memories for me attached to this album, and the tangent will make sense. That's the first. This album that made me. There was a bozo sitting behind me. We'll call him Yan. I had never met him because I had just moved from another town, so I didn't know anybody. And I guess I turned around on his desk and he had Kiss Animalize, and I was like, oh my god, they have a new album out. And that was a start of we're now going on 40 years friendship. We actually just went to see Maiden together um, last week. So yeah, good memories as to this was the first. Because of this album, I met my friend Yan, and also when I moved here, I got to see a video for the first time, um, which was "Thrills in the Night," one of the Kiss videos. I mean, I've seen, look it up, but it was like somebody taped it on those early VHS there. So anyway, that's oh yeah. And another memory was I remember we were able somehow, I don't even know how the hell, in a French class we were allowed to go put a cassette in the I guess the teacher's tape deck while we were reading a book. So I guess my friend Yan put this album, and I remember a girl um, asking the teacher after Heavens on Fire played, "Can I go and replay that song again?" So I'm like, all right, I guess people do like it. Anyway, that was my little tangent regarding Heavens on Fire. The rating for it, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a great song. A little too simple for me, but it is what it is. I'm just tired of hearing it. I also, because we played it, is one of our probably one of the first songs I've ever learned on bass. Well, technically not, but one of the first that I played on the bass there when I got my bass. So anyway, 8 out of 10 for me for Heavens on Fire. Next up, Burn Bitch Burn. Yes, that is the infamous Kiss song with the lyric, "I want to put my log in your fireplace," which I think is hilarious. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't think it's dumb. I just think it's hilarious. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant lyric for stupid people, if that makes any sense. It's a decent song there. Like, I'm gonna give that one a 7 out of 10. It's probably my favorite of yeah, it is. It's probably my favorite of the Gene Simmons songs on this album. And yeah, I mean that it's the song with that lyric in it. Like, if you're wondering where, so "Burn Bitch Burn" with "I want to put my log in your fireplace," which is probably one of the funniest lyrics I've ever heard there. So I'm not dissing the lyrics. It is dumb, but it's also entertaining at the same time. So "Burn Bitch Burn," I'm going to give that one 7 out of 10. Next up, we have "Get All You Can Take." This to me has got to be the one of the better deep cuts of Kiss. First of all, I'm giving that one a 10 out of 10. I freaking love that song, "Get All You Can Take." And it is the first time, is it the only time? I'm not 100% certain on the swearing part, but at one time, I don't think the lyrics even, you got, what fucking difference does it make? That's what he, and at one time, it's not there because it says, "What difference does it make?" But you can clearly hear Paul Stanley saying, "What fucking difference does it make?" So yeah, yeah, I absolutely love that song. That's a great, I don't know, deep cut there. Oh, can I get this back in? Jesus Christ. Uh, First world problems, huh? But yeah, anyway, Get All You Can Take gets a 10. It's a great deep cut. Nobody ever talks about it, but nobody's never told me, oh, that song suck. It's actually one of those hidden gems there. So 10 out of 10 for that. Lonely is the Hunter, next one. Lonely is the Hunter. Another Gene song, another dud. Again, I love Kiss, so there's not really that many duds there out there, but yeah, this is definitely a 6 out of 10 also. It's, to me, this album is the perfect example of having filler. And you only, which is why I put it so low in my ranking of all Kiss albums. There's some three filler songs at least on this, and you only have 9 songs. So think about it. There's only 6 good songs when you think about it, as opposed to those 3 filler ones there. And Lonely as the Hunter is another one of those filler songs. I do like the guitar solo though, which I believe they do repeat twice. But yeah, it's by the way, here's the back. I did like the background cover here. But yeah, Lonely as the Hunter gets a 6 out of 10. It's just one of those songs that's just there. Nobody ever talks about it. Probably nobody knows it exists either. Anyway, next up, so we're going to side 2, Under the Gun, which is another great deep cut Paul Stanley track that I guess was forgotten with time there. I'm giving that one an 8 out of 10. It's like, I guess I'm going to compare it again to Body Talk by Rat. Seems most people know that one. Maybe not as fast, but in the same vein. Yeah, Under the Gun's a great song too there. A little forgettable because we haven't talked about it ever. It's done nothing. The only time I've seen it live was on the Animalize, which is a great concert, by the way. If you want to see Paul Stanley at his best as a frontman without a mic, to me, that's where Paul Stanley 101 started. Like, yeah, it's a great concert anyway there. So, but anyway, Under the Gun, I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. I love the song, great song. It's just forgotten with time there, but doesn't make the song bad there. So yeah, Under the Gun, I'm gonna give that one an 8 out of 10. Next up, Thrills in the Night. So that's the song I wanted. I was telling you guys about, where when I moved here to Ottawa, I just opened up the TV and watching, I guess, when you're not used to the channels because you're in a different town, different completely everything. And I found a channel with, they were playing music videos, and I just remember going to see KISS, and it was Thrills in the Night. I'm like, oh, I've never heard that song. It's such a good song. It holds a special place because of that. I do like the song a lot there. Is it the greatest song? No, not like it. To me, it's a 9 out of 10. It holds some good memories. I do like the song a lot. First video I saw of them live, not live, but in the same year that it wasn't recorded. That's what I mean there. What I saw on TV live there. So there you go. So yeah, Thrills in the Night gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Great song, and I do love the progression of every verse adds a little heaviness to it. If you know, you know. But yeah, Thrills in the Night. Now the last 2 songs. These are the 2 that, I mean, this is what filler there. Material is easily, that's these 2 last songs is exactly that, filler material. It's like, wow, this would not have appeared on, let's say, something like Sonic Boom, Monster, or Revenge, or like, the good ones there. There's, I don't know. Like I said, very well camouflaged album here. So While the City Sleeps is song number 8. probably my least favorite of the album. I mean, I can sing it from A to Z. It's just, it's one of those songs that I don't even know how to describe it. It's just there. It's not bad. It's nowhere near great. I'd love to meet the guy or the girl who says, Lonely is the Hunter, While the City Sleeps, and Murder in High Heels are their best Kiss songs. Mind you, my friend Yan told me that one of his friends at the time thought Lonely is the Hunter was the best song off of Animalize, and we were like, what? Anyway, While the City Sleeps probably is my least favorite of the Gene songs on this album. Gets a 5 out of 10 for me. I don't know. I don't even know how to. It's like, not because I'm going to use the word city again, but it's like, Naked City. It's there. A lot of people seem to like Naked City. I just find it's there, like from Unmasked. Same thing with While the City Sleeps, even worse than Naked City there. So yeah, 5 out of 10 for While the City Sleeps. And last one, Murder in High Heels. And I thought I hated this song. And before I did the episode and listening to it. I mean, the riff isn't bad. The chorus is weak, but I like what they did with the chorus, if that makes any sense. She's murder in high heels. Anyway, it's still a 6 out of 10 for me. It's those two last songs. I don't know. It's very forgettable material for me for those ones there. But again, check out I've Had Enough Into the Fire, Get All You Can Take, Thrills in the Night, Under the Gun. Still great songs on this album, but it's the Gene material on this, for me, is probably the weakest he's ever done on any album. We're not counting solos and whatever there. As a Kiss studio album, this is probably Gene's worst. And he wasn't even present at the time. Like this, probably at the time he was filming Runaway with Tom Selleck, or starting to getting, you know what? Hey, I'm no longer have to wear makeup. People know who I am now, so I can actually go and do movies now. Some movies are okay, some are garbage. Most of them are garbage, but there's a few good ones there. But anyway, yeah, he wasn't even part of the Kiss. He did the tours, and that's what I meant at the beginning when he's associate producer. I think he insisted on having his name there, while he pretty much did nothing. And his writing on this is, borderline terrible here. But I mean, there's a charm to each song there that he's done, but whatever. Anyway, the total for this album is actually 7.4 out of 10. So, I mean, Kiss, I love Kiss. It's my favorite band, so I don't really hate any albums, but some albums, this is probably one of my least favorite. But there are some great gems on this here. Don't let my rant fool you here. So anyway, 7.4 out of 10 for me for Kiss Animalize. I would like to thank At The Mind's Eye CMH for the suggestion for this. Once again, feel free to write any suggestions you would like me to tackle on these Wednesday episodes, and you'll get a shout out, and I'll do the best and give you my most honest opinion regarding these albums. So, on that note, thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care and bye-bye.